Welcome to our Wellness Wednesday Health Show. I'm your host, Dr. Kala Hewlett from the Back Pain and Joint Center of Texas, where we're here to give you health and wellness information that you can take home and apply today to improve your overall health and well-being. And today we have a very special topic, something that I think everyone has heard of, but very few people actually know about. And our topic today is essential oils. Now, you probably either are familiar with it or you have a friend or family member who uses them. Maybe you've smelt them and you're like, well, what is these essential oils? How do they work? Why are people using them? So we have a very, very special guest, Terri Bonin, who has been using essential oils for quite some time.
About 2 decades.
2 decades?
2 decades, yes.
2 decades.
English is hard right now.
So if you had to explain what essential oils were to someone who's never heard of them, what's like the elevator pitch? Then we can go from there.
Well, they are like the volatile point of the plant. It's like the blood of the plant. No, you're like, what? Plant doesn't have blood? No. But when you break open the stem, there's that sticky part. It takes pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds of plant to make essential oils. So they're super concentrated. They're not like herbs. They're different. They're adaptogenic. It's beautiful. You can't just make them in your backyard. So they are special, and it's not a new fad. I think a lot of people feel like, well, essential oils is a fad. They've actually been around for thousands of years.
And they've stood the test of time.
Absolutely.
It's something that was really cool. So a few years back, we were up in Huntsville, and they had a journey to Bethlehem, and it was like an interfaith program they would have at the beginning of December. And in this journey to Bethlehem, you go through, and then eventually you get to like the town center. And so they'd have where you can make bread and you can make crafts. And so the kids would go around and enjoy making it. And then you get to the medicine man. And everyone there was like in costume for that time period. And you go to like the local doctor shop for that time period, and they had essential oils. Because they didn't have pharmaceuticals, they didn't have CVS, they didn't have Walgreens, they didn't have Tylenol or Advil.
That's right.
So in the biblical times, and going back thousands of years, the oils were what they would use to treat ailments.
Absolutely. And the Bible even has over 1,100 references of essential oils in them. So they're God's idea. They just got lost in time for a little bit of time, but they have been around. It's not a fad. God gave them to us for wellness and for worship and for healing. And so my family has really enjoyed the benefits of using them on a daily basis.
I think that's so cool. And what are some of the ways that you have found them beneficial just in your individual life with your family?
Okay. Well, first, I was introduced to essential oils because we were not well. My husband, well, I have 11 children, ranging right now from 8 to 29. So when we had 7 children, my husband hit adrenal burnout. And he came home from work one day and just couldn't go back to work for 2 years. Okay, so we were in crisis. Lots of kids, no job because my husband was too sick.
Oh my goodness.
So a friend brought over an essential oil. And that was my first introduction. Well, in trying to get my husband well, we tried, of course, Western medicine. We tried herbs. We tried essential oils. Fast forward almost 20 years, these essential oils that we used, that we were introduced to, it is the one thing that we still consistently use. So everything else just cycled through because it wasn't working. But yeah, so we use essential oils daily to stay well, but they were a huge part in getting my husband back on his feet.
So multiple purposes, whether it was helping treat a condition, or I would say treat, and I really don't love the word treat, and here's why for the people listening and for our conversation. I think symptoms and diseases, we use those words interchangeably. And here's what I mean. A disease is simply a name that someone has given for a group of symptoms. For example, if I'm tired, they say, oh, you have maybe chronic fatigue syndrome, if I'm always tired. Well, it's just a way to describe a series of symptoms. The chronic fatigue isn't the problem. The problem is what's out of balance in my body.
Or what are you lacking?
What am I lacking?
God has made our bodies to regenerate and to restore if they have everything that they need to use. So essential oils are so beautiful because just as soon as you put it on your skin, it's in the bloodstream just in a few seconds. And within 20 minutes, every single cell in the body has been affected in a positive way. So it's hard to measure, like when you say, you can't say this oil for sleep, and it's only going to do sleep because it affects so many systems of the body in a positive way that it's hard to measure exactly what happened.
Knowing that oils have been around for thousands of years, and there's thousands, tens of thousands, not millions of people that have used them over the years, and even still currently use them, why do you think it is not as well known? Why do you think the healthcare community hasn't embraced it?
Well, number one, pharmaceuticals can't make money off of them, okay? It's not a regulated industry. So you might hear someone say online, this oil did such and such for me, and they had an incredible life-changing testimony. Then you go out to the grocery store and you grab that oil, you think you're grabbing that oil, and nothing happens, or even you break out in a rash. Well, the reason is because all oils are not created equal. There is a company that is a global leader in essential oils, and a company can slap a label that says 100% organic, 100% therapeutic, and only 10% of the oil liquid in that bottle be an essential oil, and the rest is synthetic odorless filler. So if you grab one of those oils and you try to get a result with it, you're not going to. So that's why I'm in the business of educating on which oils, okay, what brand to use, what's going to work. And let's not, if you pay $7 for an oil, it's probably going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you, okay? Let's just say that. So,
okay, I think that's so crucial because so many people I don't think understand that. And in a similar way, even nutrition, because we'll talk about nutrition with our patients. Vitamin C is not vitamin C. Like you go to the store and it's like, oh my gosh, I can get it at Costco for a small amount, or I can go over to this health food store and it's 5 times as much. What's the difference? And it really comes down, at least from the nutritional perspective here, is the quality of the supplement of the oil and how your body utilizes it. So it is buyer beware, definitely.
Absolutely.
Buyer beware.
100%. So.
And I know education-wise, because Terri's actually, my wife and Terri connected some time ago, and just the information that you've shared with her has significantly educated her. I think you've sent her books.
Yes.
And there's emails and there's all these things. So my wife, even though as a chiropractor we're very much into everything holistic, I work with the spine, with the joints, and how we can help that. I know the oils can assist in that, but it's not something that I've ever really personally dug into a lot. So my wife, my wife is just absolutely loving what you're sharing. She's like, hey, we should do this. We should do this. And so,
okay, so I don't Google anything essential oils, because you're going to Google something for essential oils, and the fear, all roads lead to, death and cancer when you Google things. And there is a lot of false information on Google. So I just wanted to show y'all where I get my information. This essential oils desk reference is phenomenal. I have done something, speaking of spine, I've done the Raindrop Technique. Have you heard of that?
I have.
Okay, on my husband, hundreds, maybe thousands of times. I learned from this book right here that viruses and pathogens can live up and down the spinal column because the way it's made, and it can cause back pain and deformity even. So in using the oils in the Raindrop Technique, they're hot oils like oregano and thyme and cypress. They digest the toxins and then stimulate the muscles, and then like cypress is for circulation. That Raindrop Technique with these oils that was one of the big tools in bringing my husband back to wellness and balance, so he could get back to dentistry. So anyway, I don't Google things. I find my information in
essential oil reference.
Guide.
Love it. What else?
Okay, so for mommies, I have 11 children. Like I said, this is what you would use. It's called Gentle Babies by Deborah Rayburn. Anything to do with kids. I mean, like you said, so many things can be, your body's out of balance when there is a symptom. And so many moms don't know what to do, so they run to Tylenol, or they run to Benadryl, or they run to what they know, Pepto-Bismol. Those things they're not going to help you. This book is what I give to all new mommies. Okay, Gentle Babies. It is phenomenal. And then you would love this one. Okay, Inner Transformations Using Essential Oils. It's by a chiropractor.
Very cool.
It talks about the different systems of the body, like how important it is to keep the river flowing. The whole body is a river. You don't just treat one portion of the body, you treat the whole body as a whole. So anyway,
Terri, love those references.
Me too.
We'll put a link also so that way you guys can click and connect with Terri and some of those different resources. Even at our house, our toothpaste, our soap, even our cleaning products have all been switched to essential oil based products, just because they're more user friendly. They're not. You get the same benefit. I should say you get a greater benefit of the cleanliness, but you don't get the nasty, harmful side effects from the chemicals.
Well, my husband is a dentist, and his patients who use Thieves toothpaste with essential oils, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, lemon, they have better checkups and fewer cavities. So it's been like a study in his office. It's phenomenal.
That is so cool. And again, it has stood the test of time. It's been around for thousands of years. And I think just a lot of people are unknown. And I always say, we're always down on what we're not up on.
Absolutely.
So if we don't have knowledge or understanding, it's easy just to stay away from it or discount it or make jokes about someone who smells like they always have essential oils. Because I know you guys make the jokes, right?
Absolutely. You know they do.
It's okay. But I just love what you're sharing today. How much 11 children, right?
Yes.
Which is crazy awesome. How much did you find yourself turning to the oils when you were raising your children? And kids get runny nose, cough, sneeze, all these different things that kids are impacted by. They get bacterial or viral infections. What role do you think oils played in raising your children?
Okay, so before I learned about oils, I was making a mess with herbs and my kids because those are harder to work with. Once I was introduced to oils, I learned that I couldn't mess up with them. So I used them more freely since they're adaptogenic. And in the beginning, I used them like a medicine cabinet. So if my kids had a bobo, I pulled out an oil. If my kids got a cough, I pulled out an oil. And I was literally practicing the Western medicine way with my oils. Well, after some research and some time, I learned that it should be a way of life, that if I would ditch the toxins, I didn't know that my laundry soap was causing a lot of our sickness and a lot of our just issues that we were having, our skin issues, our gut issues, so many things. Fabric softener, laundry sheets. I was burning a lot of candles, the cleaners that my kids' little bare feet were pattering on. It was causing sickness. So as soon as I learned to ditch the toxins and to switch them out for clean products, like you were talking about, I needed to use my oils less in the way of a medicine cabinet, if that makes sense. So when I learned to make it a lifestyle, it's just become more natural. So it's a daily thing. It is a daily thing. I don't know, did I answer your question?
You did.
Okay.
You did. That was good. And it's just like anything, right? Some people say, hey doc, when can I stop eating vegetables? Hey doc, when can I stop exercising?
Right.
Right? Because sometimes you view these things as I'm only eating healthy to lose weight for this event, for the wedding, for the reunion, for the holiday party. I'm only exercising because I have a marathon that I had committed to training, but after the marathon I'm going to go back to eating bad and not exercising. So we have to switch that viewpoint. And I love how you said lifestyle. Health is really just, it's a lifestyle. It's not something we do part-time.
And oils are a big part of that lifestyle for us. So I'm an educator. I didn't get into educating on oils because I needed a job. I did it because I'm passionate about seeing women lead their families into wellness as moms. So when women are just using oils as a medicine cabinet and they're not ditching the toxins, they're just not going to receive the level of vitality, focus, and energy that they desire. So it's a whole lifestyle, like you said.
So someone's sitting at home, they're watching this right now, they're listening to it when they're driving, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, these oils sound amazing. And maybe they have a few bottles in their cabinet at home that they break out periodically, just because they really didn't know how to utilize them, but they want to be more educated. Terri, how can someone connect with you and become more educated on how to utilize oils to improve the health of themselves and their family?
Okay, I'm on Instagram, Terri.Bonin, or terribonin.com.
Okay, easy enough.
I mean, yeah, so I'm pretty easy to find online. And I educate on Instagram, and then I have a private group for my team. I have over 2,000 people that we do just a lot of local classes and online classes and Zoom classes because we are an international team. I have videos on my website. I mean, just catch me online and
get plugged in.
You will definitely.
We'll put all the links. And again, I love your passion and just something that, again, I've seen firsthand from my wife, Terri, just all the amount of information that you're sharing with her. She is definitely more educated and now after her relationship with you over the past few years than previously. That. And it's helped our family and helped our children.
Oh, that makes me happy.
And so
that's why I do it. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time today. As always, guys, we're here to give you valuable health information and expose you to new things perhaps you weren't aware of. So connect with Terri. Go back, watch some of our other Wellness Wednesday interviews. We have several other ones we've done over the past couple of years. And our goal is simply to introduce you to health and wellness to help you and your families live as healthy as possible and live your best life. As always, wish you guys the best in health and wellness, and we'll see you next week.